Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salam alaikum, my third secondary students. Welcome to the second semester of Durus Online. Today we're still in Unit 5, and today, as you can see, we have speaking examination and some practice. So we'll try to talk more, and this is all taken from your book Traveler 6. If we go to the objectives for today we will learn two things. One, to practice speaking in which the student makes a decision. So we're going to talk and see how you can convince others or others convince you. And number two, to use some words and expressions correctly. For conversation, we need to use some idioms, some proverbs, some sentences, some constructions, and some other things that help us talk in a better way. So if you take a look at this picture, most of us wait for the vacation or weekends to go to some, entertainment city or ice world where we can enjoy, especially in the summer where we can enjoy the cold weather and do some activities, have some fun, and really try to change the atmosphere and, the routine that we live in. So the question is, what kind of leisure activities are popular with young people in Saudi Arabia? Most of the time, people go to entertainment cities, to malls, and they ride trains, they drive mini cars, and also they skate. There's a ice world, or they go out on a desert. They drive some mini bikes, and they ride bicycles, and they ride camels, and too many activities where people can do their leisure time. So here are some tips. If you want to go, what would you like to do? You ride up the hills of the sands in the desert, and go to some water city where you can slide like this into this photo, or ride horses. You can do too many things. So the question is, let's see that if you can do this role play with one of your friends and talk in pairs. So here are some pictures showing different types of leisure activities. Now, some of us would like to go to the desert, especially boys would love, to take a mini bike and go up the hills in the sand. Others would go to water city because it's humid and where they can take some sunshine. Also, some others would go riding horses into the woods, and too many beautiful things we can do if we have leisure time or we're on vacation. Now, let's see how we can speculate and make a decision. So, you got too many activities. What do you want to do? Which one you're going to choose? Of course, activities need your friends, so you need to convince your friends to do. So, how important do you think these activities are, and which picture best reflects the benefits of doing leisure activities? Some would go for painting. If you have free time or leisure time, you would go for painting. Others would paint in a soil where they can have plants. Maybe others, like boys, would do some basketball or football or any other sport. And it's wonderful to find a book or a story where you can read together and discuss it. So, too many choices actually you can do. But most of the time, if you have leisure time, you're not gonna do this alone. You need people to have fun with. So, you can use these words if we try to talk. We have creative arts, improved health, release tension, reading for pleasure, soothing, team sports, relaxing, or you can use some statements like, I think that, reading for pleasure is a great, thing to do in our leisure time because it gives us more information, it widens our knowledge, it makes us really very educated, and so on. This was just an example for you to use in your classroom. So, the creative arts. So, we have chosen for a rough speaking for today, the creative arts are crucial in developing certain skills. For example, attending art classes may help develop a student's hand-eye coordination, depth perception, and appreciation of color and aesthetic. Besides this, the arts allow you to express yourself and, in this way, act as a creative outlet for emotions. Artistic expression, thus, contributes significantly to self awareness and fulfillment. Furthermore, it is important that children develop an appreciation for reading and a desire to learn because this will determine the extent to which they will apply themselves academically. Now, regarding participation in sports activities, is common knowledge that a healthy body makes for a healthy mind. It is thus essential that children be taught the importance of maintaining a balance. Neglecting one physical well-being will not only be detrimental to one's health, but it will also lead to reduced, sorry for this, productivity and mental sharpness. Gardening can be both relaxing and rewarding because you can enjoy the results of your efforts. It is very hard to choose just one. I think that all the activities depicted in these pictures are beneficial in that they contribute to personal growth and character development However, if I had to make a choice, I would say that reading best reflects the benefits of a leisure activity as it is both educational and enjoyable. So you just see we had some, sample of uh, a written conversation. This is supposed to be a conversation between two. So we got a boy or a student like you speaking about each one of these, like reading or other skills that mentioned in the previous photos. But he mentioned everything, like drawing and reading and going to art classes and all of these. Each one of them has benefits and each one of them is enjoyable and each one of them is good for us. So now after we finish this some kind of sample of a conversation, you see that we discussed everything. We just got examples and we explained why you're defending this and how beneficial is this for you. Now let's do some examination practice about what we just talked about. So choose the word that produces a grammatically correct answer. Okay, so it's a meaning and grammar at the same time. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to write an essay in only half an hour, but in the end, I could to finish on time. I managed to finish on time. I can to finish on time, or I couldn't to finish on time. Of course, when you have these can and could and couldn't or could or can, they don't come with a infinitive. You can't say I couldn't too. And of course, it is I managed to finish on time. In the story I'm writing, two friends unexpectedly what? A, meet their favorite football player. B, met their the favorite football player. Or C, have met their favorite football player. Or D, are meeting their favorite football player. So you are writing. I am writing. Okay, in the story, I am writing. This person continues. Two friends unexpectedly meet their favorite football player because you're writing about this now. Now, that was a little bit of a quick lesson because it was just discussing how you can convince others, or if you're going on weekend or on summer vacation, maybe you and your brothers or you and your cousins or your friends, you want to convince them that we got plenty of time, we have free time, and we need to do some fun, we need to do some activity. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. And another friend or your brother would say, no, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or another one would say 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just need to convince them, and always when you talk, try to give examples and support your ideas with examples, maybe numbers, and maybe if you have some self-experience. Or if each one of you is going to do different things, you can say, okay, on Sunday we'll do this, on Monday we'll go there, and you can make a calendar and you can organize your time. And if you do this, this will be very lovely. And of course, you always need your friends for some, leisure time, or you need in general people so you can enjoy doing things together. So what we have learned today so far was all about speaking. So We just saw how we can solve a problem, decide on something, okay, and convince others with our decision. And we did a little bit of an examination practice where we can use some appropriate words in the sentence. I think it would be better to use this, or I think that would be a very great idea if we did that, and so on. Try to practice this kind of conversation with your friend, with your brother, with your, somebody in a classroom. Ask your teacher to do this for you. If your teacher agrees, though, you can talk more, because in the end, in the end, English is a language, so you need to practice it. So the references, as you know, Traveler 6 Student Book and Traveler 6 The Teacher's Guidebook, and some nice photos or clip art photos and pictures from Google. And at the end, for more information and lessons, you can visit our website ain.edu.sa, or you can follow us on Twitter ain_edu, or call us on this number 800-44-42 for any inquiry, question, or updates. That was all for today. Thank you for seeing this. Until I see you again, have a good day, and assalamu alaikum.